Hello everybody, it is Barb Techel with your weekly animal wisdom and oracle guidance for the week of January 26th. Yeah, January 26th. I had to look at my calendar. So I just first want to say I'm thinking of everybody who is or was, I'm not sure where the storm is at this point, that got the snow, the sleet, the ice, and now the really cold temperatures for the week. I'm thinking of all of you. I hope you are faring well. Here in Wisconsin, it is going to be cold this week too, but we are used to that and we know how to deal with it. So those of you that don't, I feel for you. I hope you are doing well. And yeah, I'm holding good vibes that this too shall pass quickly and soon for all of you in the midst of that. So, yeah, so today I thought I would pull from the Song of the Grandmothers and get some little ancestor help this week. And that's going to be our theme for the week. And then, of course, where did my voice go? There it is. Then, of course, I will pull some animal wisdom to go with the ancestral guide and help paint a picture for the week of something maybe you want to dive into, maybe something that will come up during the week. Maybe it's just a little bit of inspiration you need. And look how colorful and beautiful these cards are on the back side. It's like a rainbow. Let's think of rainbows, right? To get us through this cold spell. I know for Wisconsin it's looking a little upward after this week with the temperatures, and thank goodness we have the sunshine, which really does help a lot. All right, what is the theme for the week from our ancestors who, went through their own trying times as well? And which grandmother is going to share her wisdom with us as the theme for the week? So we have Grandmother Violet and Introspection. Oh, I love the colors on there, and that is the hope of spring, that no matter what we're going through, it is just temporary. It will pass. We will make it through. We will see the flowers bloom again. The other words on here is inquire within. The door opens at your touch, and revealing answers. So, when we go through a trying time, we learn things, we gain insights we didn't have before. And maybe for you, it definitely is for me when I go through a trying time and I get through that. My gratitude really increases big time, and I'm just, I find myself so grateful for the simple things in life. And actually, and maybe this is part of getting older, like I just want life to be simpler. And just really, I'm tuning into that more. So maybe that is for you as well. But I think too, when we think about introspection and we think about, what's all going on in the world and, this big storm that went through a part of the country that really doesn't normally experience that. It is a time, what else do we have to do, right? If it's so cold outside, we have to keep to the simple things of life, keeping ourselves warm. And really, it can be a very good time for introspection. And just thinking about, okay, when this storm passes, how do I want to move forward? How do I want to change things in my life? So it's a great time for introspection and just being inward. And that, soon enough we will be in spring and we will be making forward movement. So whatever we can do in this time to just be with those feelings and those thoughts of how we want to move forward is just going to help us when we get to that point of starting to take those steps in spring and generating things and making our dreams come true, whatever that looks like for you. So what a beautiful card. It's just so soft and gentle as well. So I think that's just a reminder, if you're going through a tough time right now, just be gentle with yourself. Have compassion for yourself. Again, and I just think of I mean, I learned this from my mom. Mom, if you're listening, this too shall pass. And I know sometimes we think, well, hurry up. Can you just hurry up? Because this is uncomfortable. But we just have to lean into the uncomfortableness as well. Yeah. I'm looking at the card number on there because I always like incorporating the numbers too. And it's a 31. When you add 3 and 1, it's a 4. And 4 is all about a stable, solid foundation. And the way we get that stable, solid foundation is doing the introspection work. So let's pull an animal card to go with Grandmother Violet and introspection. Let's see here. Oh, I love it. Ah, this is what my deck, the back of my card deck has the wolf. The wolf is the one that taught me that even when we're in fear, even when we're scared, even when our heart doesn't understand why things are happening, to keep our heart open, to not shut down, because that is what is going to help guide us forward. What a perfect card to go with introspection. Just really dropping into our hearts and just stay. I mean, that is the most loving space you can be in, no matter what is going on in your life right now, no matter what is going on in the world right now. And the more of us that do that, and it's interesting because I just watched a interview, and I can't even think of who did the interview, but it was about heart coherence and the Heart Math Institute, which is heartmath.org, I believe, if I'm correct. I'll put a link to that below and the interview because it was so fascinating. I just feel like I'm supposed to say that today because I listened to that on Friday when it was so very cold here, -40 with wind chills. But yeah, that there's actually studies. It's a proven science now that we think that our brain is giving us the answers, but it's actually our heart that is connecting with our brain. It's not the other way around. It was such a fascinating interview, and maybe you'll enjoy that too. But the more we can stay in heart coherence, especially when we're going through a hard time, it's about dropping into the heart and bringing up an image or a time or a place or a person that just brings us so much joy and so much love. And just being in that space of that heart coherence and what that feels like. And then as we do that, that vibrates out into the world. And there's just so many amazing studies of how this has helped people mentally, emotionally, physically as well, though they can't make medical claims to that, that I'm just finding it fascinating to learn more about that. So, interesting heart came up. Just stay in tune to your heart, even things when things are difficult, and that will guide you forward. So I hope that was helpful for the week. And we're almost at the end of January. We're going to be moving into warmer weather hopefully soon. So hang in there, and I will see you again next week. Take good care, everybody. Bye.